Hey guys, well, against my better judgment, tonight we're gonna have Taco Bell. That's right, the nacho fries are back. Jess is excited, she loves them. I'll probably get some nacho fries too. They're nacho fries. I can do Taco Bell every now and then, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll show you our food when we get back here. I'm not going to go inside and film Taco Bell's menu because if you don't know what's on Taco Bell's menu, you probably don't want to. Okay, so I'm back from Taco Bell. Ended up going with the nacho fries box. Not too bad of a deal here. For $5, you get a bunch of items, get a drink. So the nacho fry box here comes with the nacho fries, a soft taco, and a 5-layer burrito. Not too bad for $5. Let's try the fries. A couple of them here. They also give you this nacho cheese here, so you can dip them in. Pretty good. I have tried these before. The last time I got them, they were a little soggy. These are fresh. I asked for fresh. They made them fresh to order. Pretty good. Okay, well, I'm glad that meal's over with. Came into the war room here to talk to you guys. That meal was doomed from the very beginning. One thing I want to say is people need to do a better job of hiring employees. There was nobody there. There was like a few people working, 2 or 3 people that were doing the entire job. Luckily, the line wasn't too long. I'm one of them people that like to go inside to order my food so that I can take it off to the side, make sure that everything's in there and everything. They had the doors locked. The doors are locked and said, due to employee shortage, the drive-thru is open. Now, what if I didn't have a car? Can I walk through the drive-thru? I mean, it's kind of crazy. So I'll take you from the beginning, from when we were in the car. Okay, so sitting in the car, it starts drizzling. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. And I take off, and right in front of me on the cross street, this guy runs right into the back of this other car. And I'm like, oh man, there was a cop right there. So, you know, it was nice that he was there. Didn't look like there was any damage, but I noticed that the heaviest street, the main road that comes back to where we live here, was backing up for like a mile. So I knew coming back I was going to have to go all the way around. That was fine. You know, I was like, whatever. So I pull into Taco Bell, and of course I run into they're closed on the inside. So I couldn't order on the inside. And now me and Jess, we do love the nacho fries. And I asked to get them fresh. They were like, oh, okay, it might take a couple extra minutes. I said, that's fine. I don't mind waiting. And so anyway, I get up there, and it was a pretty cheap meal. We ended up getting the nacho fry boxes, which came with the 5-layer burrito, which had way too much refried beans in it. I had to squeeze a lot of it out. No pun intended. But, sorry. I'm going to try not to edit too much. You guys love the comedy, so I'm going to try and keep a little bit of comedy in it. This meal was no joke, though. So I get the food, and I'm like, you know, it's hard to check Taco Bell, especially when you're in the drive-thru line, right? So I asked for no lettuce. Just don't like lettuce on tacos. So I just asked for everything with no lettuce. I like lettuce, but that way there's no confusion. Well, 2 of the tacos ended up having lettuce on it. And you know what? That wasn't even what upset me. What upset me was when I was paying the lady, it starts pouring. And I mean pouring. And all this adds up to the glorious event going to Taco Bell. But I'm not a huge fan of Taco Bell. I'm not. I mean, it's, you know, if you like indigestion, you know, if you like going to the bathroom 20 times after you eat your food, then sure, you know, but Taco Bell is just not one of my favorites. And maybe if it was a different Taco Bell, I would feel differently. The one by us it's never any good. When they first opened, it was fantastic. It was fantastic for a couple months, and it has just gone downhill ever since. And I will say that the nacho fries, that was about the only thing that I liked. Now, I usually get the chili cheese burrito, which I'm a big fan of. And I got that on the side. And it was all water. There was like no meat in it at all. None. I mean, there was a lot of cheese, so that kind of made up for it, I guess. But it was just like eating grease. Like, I got about halfway through it, and I just threw the rest away. And the nacho fries were the only thing that I liked. Now, I don't know, you know, Jess is kind of busy right now, so I don't want to bother her too much. But I'm sure that hers wasn't that good either. You know, she was saying, didn't you ask for no lettuce? And there, you know, it was just this huge. Luckily, mine didn't have lettuce on it, so I gave her mine. And they did give us an extra taco. I don't know where that came from, but, you know, and it's just, it's hard when you do fast food. But the thing that really irks me, and this is the big thing. This is what, you know, people, McDonald's, Taco Bell, all these places, they need to do a better job of hiring people. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to work. I guess that's the big thing, or they can't work. I really don't know the stories. But our fast food industry, especially, is going to come to a crashing close if we can't find ways to hire people. Now, I understand you can't pay somebody $20 an hour to work at Taco Bell. I don't know if... I don't even know if that would be an incentive. You know, I know everywhere we've been, last winter when we went to Florida for Disney World. Now, since then, they've hired a lot more employees. They seem like they're getting back on track. But I know when we were down in the Smoky Mountains, they had the same problem. There weren't a lot of waitresses, and there wasn't a lot of workers. There were now hiring signs everywhere. So I think I have a little bit of an idea of what's happened, and I'm just going to go over this with you guys for a second. When the shutdown happened, that forced a lot of people to get another job, right? And like me, a lot of people wanted to work. They didn't want to sit at home and get unemployment and all that other stuff. And mind you, I do know that a lot of people had no choice. So I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the guys that were waitresses, bartenders, people working in fast food industry. You know, even that, it's like, if I was working at Taco Bell and I was making like $10 an hour, and it's me and one other guy all day, and you might be making a lot of money in time and a half or double time or whatever they're paying you, but there comes a point where your soul needs a break. You can't just keep doing this 24/7. You know, you need a vacation or a break, some incentive to keep going at least, minus free Taco Bell. But I just think that a lot of these waitresses and bartenders, they went out and got jobs at Amazon. They're making $20, $25 an hour working at an airport somewhere. And they got a taste of what it's like to not have to serve tables, making $2 an hour plus tips. Now they're making that and not having to. And I know this isn't a lot of people when I say this, okay, but you know, a lot of waitresses, a lot of waiters, probably not most, but I know a lot of them, they have to kind of fake themselves, right? They have to really, maybe not fake it, but they really have to put themselves out there to work up a tip, right? And then when you're working a job, when you get a job because you're forced to, and you're making $25, $30 an hour doing something that is probably less work, right? And maybe more work, but more easy-minded work. You know, not having to focus on a million things at once. I think this is a problem that we're dealing with a lot of the country. And it's not a problem. I can't hate people for wanting to better themselves. So what do we do with the restaurants that, like Taco Bell here? How do we fix that problem? Because it looks like the only thing that's gonna fix it is incentives, right? They have to have more incentives to get people to want to work at a place like this, or Burger King or McDonald's or anywhere. These are little things as communities we're going to have to rebuild ourselves, because nobody is going to rebuild it for us. So like I said before, I'm not a huge fan of Taco Bell. I wouldn't say I hate it, but, you know, it's not my favorite. It's probably the last place I would go. We had seen a commercial for the nacho fries, and the nacho fries are really good, but you got to get them fresh. Make sure when you go up there and order, you say, I need these fresh. Like, and they did, and I didn't have a problem. I actually did look at the fries in the box to make sure that they were, you know, had that nice smell. I didn't touch them or nothing, but, you know, it was, I wanted to make sure they were good, or, you know. So if you made it this far in the video, the code word to leave in the comments is indigestion. Sorry. I had to do that. So, Taco Bell, do you like it? Let me know down in the comments. Yeah, not one of my favorites. I was kind of upset when I got back. I was gonna film the tacos that we got and everything, and I was drenched to the bone, because as soon as I got back, of course, it is just pouring as hard as it could. I even waited 5 minutes in the car, and it just seemed like it was getting heavier, and then I saw like that little glimpse of a window to where I could run to the door. As soon as I opened the door, oh, I gotta admit, it's a little weird. It's a little weird doing a vlog on Taco Bell, but you know what? You gotta take the good with the bad. So, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. With all that being said, I am out, and always remember the adventure is out there.